sleeping bag, but I do still have it on and it's still tucked in. The reason I have it tucked in is it keeps the heat in the van. Wow, the van. In the car, because I don't know, it like...
That's hilarious. I mistakenly called my car the van because it was just a dream at that point. It was like, I just want to live in a van. Eventually, I'm going to buy a van. Eventually, I'm going to build a van. And I was looking through my book that I brought because I brought a book with me. And it's got all my plans for my van in it. It's got my list, everything I needed to do. It's just my journey. And at the beginning of this book is all the places I visited at the first time I went out in my car. So it's always nice to look back to see where you've been and where you're going and what dream you have next. Like, there's the little diagram I made for my Starlink that mounts behind my back door, or behind my back of my seat there, and that's where I store Starlink when I'm not using it. Obviously, when I'm using it, I just put it in the van, and when I go to the next spot, I just pull it out and use it. Future projects. And now I updated my book with all of the places I've visited so far, from Alberta all the way to where I'm at today. And it's just so crazy because I was just thinking about my car and how I missed it and how I used to live in my car. And another thing about living in the car that was quite different was the laptop that I had. I couldn't move it around at all. I couldn't do nothing with that thing. I couldn't move the car. I couldn't do anything to that laptop without it shutting off. And now I have this fantastic laptop now that I could drive down the road with it, video editing it, doing its render thing, and then not worry about it breaking because there's a mechanical hard drive in there that shouldn't be bounced around because you're driving on a back road, country back road, and it's bouncing around. So now it's amazing to see where I've been and where I've pretty well accomplished in the past year and a half since I've dreamt of moving into this van. And even Facebook was reminding me today of where I was a year ago. And a year ago, I was in my car fishing out at Island Lake Recreational Site. So that's quite different. Oh, there's so many different things. I couldn't go to the bathroom in my car. I had to make sure there was a pit toilet or a place where I could pull my bucket out and go hide in the bush to go to the bathroom. There was so many different things about living in the car that I don't have to worry about living in the van now. I can hide out in here and it's comfortable. I can relax. I can lay down on the couch. I can play video games. I can watch movies. I have a full monitor in here. Although it's not a TV, there's no like Roku or Amazon Prime or anything like that. But I can pull out a phone and hook it up to it and still watch Amazon Prime on my monitor. However, the speaker is the phone. So I do have a Bluetooth speaker I can hook up or connect it with a stereo cable. You know, those ways to get around obstacles. And I've managed to overcome every obstacle that I've put in front of me. I've built this van. It's comfortable. It's livable. And I freaking love it. Welcome back to another episode of Life with Spiike, guys. Sorry I had to go off on this little rant. Always remember where you've been, but keep your eyes open to where you want to go. And keep your eye on the prize. Remember to set that goal and you aim for that goal, regardless of what it is. If it's a new business, a new website, a new program you're building, a new game you want to build, like, do it. What is stopping you? Like, something like this was not possible for me 2 years ago, but I built up the courage, the money, and the expertise, and the know-how, and the design, and everything you see around me is all designed up in here. And I put it on paper, and then I built it. It may have took me, a couple months, but I built it with help, There's no way I could have done this without my family and supporting me and pushing me towards my goals. Even if I couldn't afford to build this van, like there's no way I could afford this van within the amount of time that I had to put this thing together so that I could live comfortably inside of it, so that I could roam around BC and enjoy making videos and exploring and being a nomad, just like my great grandfather was when he was a nomad, roaming around British Columbia. My goal is to keep filling this book with random places that nobody's ever even thought to go to. And I'm going to go to them, and I'm going to share my experiences with you guys. And I hope you guys subscribe to my channel of my adventures of being nomadic in my van. All right, let's hit the road, and we'll see you guys around the next bend.
Just heading out of Cut Thumb Bay recreational site, and I'm reminded of how much better the fuel mileage was in the car as well. Not to mention the stereo. The stereo in the car is so good compared to the van. The van doesn't even have a stereo, so that's pretty easy to compete with. I recently picked up a new book by Jordan B. Peterson called 12 Rules to Life. And Rule 4 says, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. And it really resonates in this video, and that is that I'm comparing myself to who I was a few years ago, and I'm very grateful and very humbled to be in a position where I have this van. Now I can move on to the next step of my dream, and it is to continue on my journeys and explore every square inch of Canada, and this is the start of my journey. And that is a great rule to live by. Seems to me that comparing yourself to others just leads to a bunch of jealousy or great ideas for when you have money.
All right, finally made it to 6 Mile Bay wreck site. Finally picked a campsite, and it's starting to rain. Yeah. Hopefully we get some nice weather here soon. Kind of sucks having just rain every day in the last few days, but I think we were spoiled with a lot of sun. Got a nice little path down to the lake. It's like super steep. I don't think I'll be going down there to get any water and bringing it back up. That is crazy steep. Oh well, we'll go explore. All right, video's uploading. Should be ready to go here pretty soon. Hour or two maybe. We're gonna start cooking some dinner. Got some leftover potatoes. Got a steak ready to go. Probably just cook a couple broccoli with it, and then that'll be my dinner. Well, it's raining again, but my dinner's ready. I'm gonna enjoy my dinner and a TV show, and I'm probably gonna call it tonight because I don't think it's gonna stop raining. There's clouds everywhere. It looks like there's rain everywhere. Got a good signal on Starlink finally. I had to move it from behind the van to the front of the van and stick it as far as I could with all the cable I had. Luckily, we've got a good signal, so that's awesome. So maybe I'll pull out the laptop and play some video games because I got a full battery, so why not just use some of my battery and play some video games and relax. I've been going pretty strong for a couple weeks now that I'm actually on the road and driving. So we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.